Should we start, Florence?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is Florence Dinar, the event director for Bett Asia. This is our first year that we are running a Bett Asia School Challenge, obviously in partnership with iTrain and sponsored by Google. We are very honored to have you all here today for this first inaugural training. Um, Absolutely, as you know, you need to go through the training to be able to enter the competition. If you are not able to stay for the whole duration, I personally won't be able to stay for the whole duration. So I'll be in the background for the next few hours. Being based in the UK, it's very, very early here in the morning. It's 3 a.m. So, but I'll be here in the background. So do post any messages you have. So if you have to dip in and out, we will be having a secured web page for on demand, meaning that if you need to see this training, we will have it on demand later. And so with no further ado, since there is a huge, let's say, program to to cover today, I will let it with Nina and her team from iTrain to basically take it over. Any questions? I'm still here in the background, but all right. And welcome to Bett Asia School Challenge training today.
Right. So this is some of the content that we will be going through. Okay, we will have the introduction to Google Classroom and how we're gonna use this Google Classroom, okay, to be applied in the teachable machine as well. Right? And then we will going to be covering the how we're gonna design the problem statement. And then after that, we're gonna go introduction to teachable machine. I'm gonna explore to you what are the benefit of machine learning and types of machine learning. So we're also gonna give you some sample of project about the AI-based waste management system. Which is it's gonna show you how to build the machine learning models, and then we're gonna touch about the Google challenge, which is life below water, climate action, and life on land. Right, and then pretty much on the evening part, we're gonna cover showing you different example how machine learning can help to save the earth, and then we're gonna give you more example of machine learning to help you to come up with a specific problem statement, and also maybe you can build your project on the competition later. And then we'll give you some times to build the project. All right, and are we gonna touch from the very last part of the session will be the FAQ of any conclusion that you have. So I hope that will accordingly uh, meet whatever information that you need for now. So if you have any question regarding the training material, you should ask to me and my team, which is it's gonna be me, Mina, and then the first spokesperson is Noor, and this main speaker for today will be my colleague Mahmoud. So anything regarding the training, you can hit us. Yeah, just let me know your question, and if you have any question regarding Bett Asia or anything, I think Florence and her team will be here as well. So without further ado, I will pass the floor to my team, Noor.
All right, thank you, Nina. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Noor. So for today, for the introduction part, I'll be introducing to you guys the Google tools that you will be using during your competition. So first, I'm going to share my screen now. Before we start, I would like to have a two-way communication with you guys in this session. Before that, can you guys please raise up your hand if you are here so that I know that you are in the same boat with me? All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So now we are going to continue. All right. So here, this is the introduction to Google Classroom tools. As you can see, they are providing us a range of tools that can be effectively integrated with Teachable Machine, which is the main tools that we are going to use for this artificial intelligence that relates to Bett Asia competition. So first thing is Google Slides. Google Slides is where teachers and students can incorporate teachable machine models into Google Slide presentation. So basically, if you're familiar with PowerPoint, this is the same as Google Slides. So here, students can showcase their machine learning projects by embedding interactive models created with teachable machine directly into their slides. This allows for dynamic and engaging presentation that demonstrate the capabilities of machine learning. So for today, I have prepared for you Google Slides for you to use here. This is what we call digital workbook. This is where you are going to use and then to insert your input from us. And then we are going to use these slides to put your problem statement as we go around, and then we are going to share with you how to define the problem and then how to do the ideation towards these challenges and also your final solution. This digital workbook will be given inside your chat box. Oh, sorry. Okay. So here I have give you on the chat box, and you guys can open up this link. All right, since everyone already opened this link, okay, here on your left side, there's file, edit, view, insert, format, slide, arrange, tools, extension, help. So in this digital workbook, this is the template that we provide to you, but you can also make your own digital workbook by click on file and then go to downloads or make a copy, entire presentation, and then you can have your own digital workbook. So here, digital workbook is for you to write up everything from your side, your inputs, and then this workbook will be submit to us at the end of the session. Okay. All right. So here, I would like you guys to put your name or your details here, and then let's see here, for example, my name is Noor, and then you can write it like this, Noor Digital Workbook, okay? All right, moving on. So next is Google Docs. Google Docs is basically, it can be used to document and analyze the process of training machine learning models using teachable machine. So here, Google Docs, your students can write reports, reflection, or project documentation within a Google Doc, and then providing a structured overview of their machine learning experiment. So Google Docs is basically where you write your reports regarding your experiments, your projects, okay? Next is Google Drive. Google Drive is where you're going to store your projects, your Google Docs, your Google Slides, and whatsoever information regarding your projects. So Google student can save their trained machine learning models, data sets, or project resources in Google Drive folders, and making them easily accessible for future reference or collaboration with peers. So as it mentioned here, Google Docs, Google Drive, and Google Slides are it's like a place that you can share with your friends, or you can work with your friends as a team, and it requires you one documents, one slides to work on that project, okay? All right, so next is Google Dataset Search. It can be used to find relevant data sets. This Google Datasets is very crucial for you to get your data, as you will learn about machine learning. So before we go into deep with machine learning, you are required to find your data in this Google Dataset Search. All right, next is Jamboard. All right, Jamboard is a collaborative tool for brainstorming or planning machine learning projects. Okay, as you can see here on slide number 5, there's a link also. So if you click on the link, you will go directly to Jamboard. So this Jamboard actually for you to brainstorming about the project that you are going to work on. So basically, Jamboard is a place that you can work as a team to give out your ideas. And yeah, I can see someone is do something on the slide. So here, there's tools that you can write, pen, and then eraser, and then select, and then sticky notes, where you can write your inputs, and then pictures. And here, circle is where you can, if you want to add some pictures or you want to add some shapes on your Jamboard session. All right, and then text box. Text box is this like this function up here. This is what we call text box. And then also this is a pointer. If you can't see my pointer, here pointer. All right, so what I want you to do in this Jamboard is where we are going to diagnose the projects that we are going to work on. And then I would like you to put all of your inputs, put all of your ideas inside this Jamboard. So it could be two ways communication with me and you guys, okay? So any questions so far? If you don't have any question, you can just raise up your hand. So I can continue.
If you have any question, you can just also drop in the message.
Yes, perfect.
All right. Great.
All right. All right, so all clear. All right, now, lastly, I would like to touch about Google Forms. Okay, Google Forms is where you can use as to collecting data for training teachable machine models. Okay, let's say before you start with machine learning, you want to collect data from your peers, from your friends around you, from your environment. You can use Google Form to ask them to fill in the Google Form to collecting data, and then inside Google Form it will be direct to if let's say inside the Google Form you are required for the user to insert their files. This Google Form will direct to your own Google Drive. So all those data will be put inside the Google Drive. Okay. All right. So next, we are going to digital workbook. We are going to start with the projects that we have to work on. Right. So first, the table contents. Which is understanding issues, define the problem, ideation, and conclusion. All right. Now here, if you look at the pictures that I have presented to you, what can you say about these pictures? I would like you to drop out your ideas inside the Jamboard. All right, plastic waste, non-biodegradable waste, and segregated, different kinds of waste. Yes, that's perfect. The pile of waste. Yes. All right, so here I like the idea of unsegregated and also different kind of waste. Okay, these 2 points is basically the main point of these pictures, the problem here. We have, as you can see, some of the household, they do not separate the waste that they will throw later on. So here, this is the main problem that happening around the world. All right, so because of this, here I would like to share you the impacts of this trash waste. So we can see here, if you click on the slide, there's a video that you can click and watch. All right, so I was told that you guys can't hear the sound of the video. I'm sorry for that. Okay, but you guys can still watch this video because this link is shared to you guys, and also you can also watch the video on your respective laptop. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, here I would like to teach you guys on how to put your own media and your own pictures, your own video on your slides. Here, if you right click on your slides, you can see there's new slide, duplicate slide, and skip slide. So here, new slide. And then here, there's tools, or I'm sorry, I have to find. Okay, insert, actually, insert. Here, insert, there's image here that you can either upload from your computer or search for the web, and also drive. Okay, here during your presentation for your competition, you can put your own media that you have collected from your participants or from your peers, and then also here video you can also put your video during your projects, because I was told that you guys need to have like a little video that introducing about your project. So here you can use this tool to insert your own respective videos. All right. All right, so here, understanding the issue. This is on slide 7. This is where you are going to put your final thoughts after we have done this brainstorming session. So here, there's few suggestions or ideas that we got from you guys. So we want to choose the best ideas or the most suitable ideas that we can put inside our digital workbook. So here, based on the pictures, the first pictures here, the main problem is first unsegregated waste. So you can use this idea, which is unsegregated. All right, next. We are going to find, we are going to use different kind of waste. All right, so here, if you have make your own copy of this digital workbook, you can put your final thoughts on this post-in notes. So how do you want to put your own thoughts? You can just click and then just write anything here. Okay, why we need you guys to put your own thoughts, your own inputs is because we are going to ask you to submit this presentation later on at the end of the session, okay? All right. So far, do you have any question? Define the problem. Define the problem is where we take out these two main points that we have selected, unsegregated and different kinds of waste. So you have to elaborate more about the problem. What are the causes, the effects about this problem? What will happen if we don't separate our waste? And what will happen if on the end of environmental impacts if we don't separate our waste, okay? So go to slide number 2 in Jamboard. And then here you can drop your ideas. You can define more about the points that we have choose just now. Yes, we got irresponsibility of man towards nature. Yeah, that's perfect. This is the effect of the problems that we have seen. All right. So after we have brainstormed about the problem here. Okay. So there's 4 of a problem, which is irresponsibility of man towards nature, mismanagement of waste, lack of awareness or knowledge regarding waste management practice. Okay, so here what we are going to do to brainstorm to this point. I would like you to find which are the main point that is suitable for you to insert inside your slides here on slide number 9. It can be your own word, or it can be from the ideas that we managed to get in this brainstorming session. Okay. So here, if you click again, you can make the text box appear and you can write all your ideas here, all your thoughts here inside this Google slide. All right. Okay, now we have more about Google Slides. So Google Slides is basically, again, where you are going to present about your projects. But you are required to share with you about Google Docs, which is where you are going to explain more about your projects. So here, this is Google Docs that you can use. Again, Google Docs is a collaborative tool that you can use with your friends or with your peers. So here, if you go to Google Docs, link here, you can just go to Google and then find Google Docs on your right side here, and then scroll down and you can find Google Docs here. So Google Docs is basically you are going to write your reports, your problem statement, and then you are going to explain more about your projects with your friends. So this Google Docs is basically you can share with the link here. Sorry, actually. Inside this Google Docs, here you can change anyone with the link, and then for those who hold this document, you can change the access to viewer, commenter, and editor. If you want these Google Docs to be shared with your friends, so your friends can also edit this Google Docs, you just change to editor. And then here you can work on about your project with your friends. Okay. All right, so now I think I basically have covered everything about Google Docs, Google Tools. Now I would like to pass this floor to my friend Mahmoud so that he can explain more about teachable machines that you guys will be working on about your projects. Okay. So thank you for now. Any question you can just drop in the chat box. Okay. You're welcome.
So hello everyone, my name is Mahmoud. So today we will talk about machine learning and how we can use the teachable machine to train our model. So before I start, I want anyone have experience in machine learning? Can you raise your hand? Anyone else? Just Nina? Okay. So what's machine learning? I will start with the machine learning definition first. Then I will share my screen to see how we can use the teachable machine. Okay. So what's machine learning? Actually, the machine learning, we try to train our machine to take some action or some process based on our data set. So we have a data set. We collect our data set from different sources, maybe Kaggle, maybe as Noor mentioned before, data set from Google, or we collect our data set by ourselves. So we have a data set. We split our data set into training and testing. So the percentage of training and testing, it's different. Sometimes we can split it as 80% and 20%. In some cases, we can just do it 70 and 30. It's based on the number of data set. So I will share my screen now to see my slide. Okay, so this is machine learning. Machine learning, actually, it's part of the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is the big umbrella of the science. Artificial intelligence, it's not field, it's science like engineering, medicine. So the artificial intelligence, actually, it has two parts, which is machine learning and deep learning. So the machine learning, it's part from artificial intelligence, and deep learning, it's part from machine learning. So what the difference between the machine learning and deep learning? It's just simple. The, the difference is the number of data set and the complex algorithm. So in the machine learning, we just use maybe algorithm to solve simple problem. But in deep learning, we need more data sets and we use more complex algorithm to solve more complex problem. Okay. So here this is the classical programming, like the back-end programming, like web development and something like this, and the Android. And this is the machine learning. So what's the difference here? In the classical programming, we have a data and we have a rules. So the output of this classical programming will be answer. So the machine learning, in the machine learning, we put data and we have answers of this data. So the machine learning will output the rules. Okay. So now, until now, anyone have any question about machine learning? So far, so good. Okay. Guys, are you here? Can you raise your hand? Okay. Thank you. So for machine learning, we have a very strong programming language called Python. I'm not sure if you have experience in Python or no, but Python, it's very strong programming language using in machine learning or in AI in general. But for this, to use Python, you need to have technical background or programming background. That's why Google tried to develop a ready-made tool to use machine learning model without any programming skills or any programming background. That's why they come out with a teachable machine. So this is the interface of teachable machine. In teachable machine here, we have three type of project. Actually, today we will just work on image project, but we have also audio project. So in image project, in machine learning, we have three types of machine learning, which is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. The difference between supervised and unsupervised, actually our data set. Here, if you see here, this one, it's same data set, but this one it's labeled data set, and this is unlabeled. What's meaning of label? Here we have like cat image. So we have label, this is cat here as well. And here we have dog image. So our label is, this is dog. This is our label data set. Okay. So in supervised learning, we use label data. We have label of each data, and unlabeled in unsupervised learning, our data set it's unlabeled. Okay. Like here, this one. This is supervised learning. We have some shapes here, and we have labels. We have a square, we have triangle, and we have a circle, so on. So we put this data set into the machine learning model. Then the machine learning model will get we come out with a prediction of this shapes. They say this is square, this is triangle, and so on. Here in unsupervised learning, we don't have label. We just have fruits, images like apple, strawberry, and so on. So we put this data set, our raw data set, into the machine learning model, and the machine learning model will do some clustering. So this is apple, this is strawberry, something like this. Okay. So now the difference actually between supervised and unsupervised learning, the data set. Okay. In supervised learning, we have two main algorithms, which is regression and classification. So today we will do some classification model. And in unsupervised learning, we only have the clustering. Okay. We have another type of machine learning, but it's not popular now because it's need more data set and it's more complex. So it's called reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, actually, we have a data set, but we don't have label and we don't know the output of this data. So we put this data set into the machine learning model. So the machine learning model try to get output, and after he give us the output, we give him rewards and some comments. Then he try to train the model again and give us output. Then we give the model feedback, and so on until we get our prediction percentage. This is the reinforcement learning. So here, as you can see here, the teachable machine. We can click on the image project. Can I ask everyone to open teachable machine? Just try to. I will share the link of site. Everyone already opened the teachable machine? Nina, you raise your hand. Any question? Okay. So in teachable machine here, as we can see here, we can add some images here and put class for each type of image or class of this image. I will do some test of this. For example, here I have some data set for dog and cat. So we go here and see. Okay, this is our data set. We have number of cat images like this. And also we have some images of dogs. So as you can see here, we have folder for testing and folder for training. If you go to the testing one, you see the number of image, it's less than the training. Why? Because as I mentioned at beginning, we split our data set into 80% for training and 20% for testing. So for example, here, I will upload some images. Okay, we can take just 100 image just to save the time, and type here this cat. Okay. And this one we can just draw. This one. Okay. So now we have two classes of image, which is cat and dog, and we just upload the images. Now we can train our model to see how the machine learning model will predict the testing image. Okay, we can just use. Now we go to testing folder to test this model work good or not. For example, I will upload this image. We need to see the output. Okay, so the output now call this is 100% cat image. We can try with the dog, for example, this one. 100% it's dog image. So as we see here, this called input, right? So we input some images. This one, it's the training. What's meaning of training? So the machine learning model just take like the sequence of each image, the ages of each image, then he predict this. So we say to the machine learning, this image is all its cat image. This one, it's all dog image. Then we give to the model test image to see if this model work good or not. As we can see here, we have two option for testing input, which is webcam and file. If I have cat here or dog, yeah, maybe I can open the webcam and predict this. But for now, I just use the file. So in the file, we can use Google Drive file or just image from our desktop. It's clear for everyone, this part. Okay. Let's move to the traditional machine learning, not the teachable machine. Okay. The machine learning, we have some steps to build machine learning. First one, to collect our data set. To collect our data set, we have some sources. For example, data set from Google. If I want here some data set, for example, of I can search and I will find some uh, results here. Or we have popular website called Kaggle. In Kaggle, you will see this interface. So you need just click on dataset and type here what I want to see in the dataset. For example, I just search dog and cat, and I will see here. Okay, so I can download the dataset from here. Maybe this one, it's not work. Yeah, it's work. It will take time, but I just want to share the idea of this. So the first step of build machine learning to collect data. Second step, to prepare our data set, because most of the data set it's not clean or enough. So we need to prepare this data set, clean the data, remove the outliers, and so on. After preparation stage, we go to training stage. Mostly the preparation stage, it takes the longest time of all process because in the real life data set, it's not, yeah, it need to work on this data set to clean it. After preparation, we go to training. Our data set, it's already split into training and testing. So in the training, we upload our training data set to the model to train and see the ages of image and so on. Then after this training, we go through testing process to take some images from the data set of testing and test our model to see if the model work good or not. If it's not good, it's not work good, we go back to preparation stage, or we can just change our model. As I mentioned, we have some types of uh, uh, models like supervised and unsupervised, and in each model we have some algorithm. If you see here, in supervised we have linear regression, we have decision tree, we have support vector machine, SVM, random forest, and so on. So maybe after we get the output, if the output uh, it's not good enough for the developer, so we go back to preparation stage or change our model. So this is the stage of the model. After I finished the testing and I found the model it's work okay and everything it's okay, we go to deployment stage, which is last stage. We have some option to do deployment, like we can create web page, we can use mobile application. It depends on our project. So after the testing stage is done, we download our model and using the model to build our website or our application. For example, here, after I finish the model, I can just export the model, just download. Okay, now it's already download. I can download it and use it uh, later to deploy this model. But today we will not go to deployment stage because it takes a long time and it's need some programming skills. So I'm not sure who come from technical background, who know. So today we just stop until testing stage. Okay. Until now, anyone have anything to ask? It's all clear. Can I see some reactions? Okay, thank you. Now we can talk about the management system, the waste management system. We will do same steps. First, we need to collect our data set or find the data set. Then we need to download the data set. After we download, we will go to next step, which is split our data set into training and testing, like what I did in the dog and cat images. So I will just ask you to do small task. Can you just search using the two tool I share now, which is Kaggle and Google dataset, about waste management system dataset. We just 2 minutes, just see the the result of this search. Okay, so now I will move to the next step, which is training. Here I will upload the image for first class, which is this one, training. I'll select all, open. Then I can type just 80, just one. Okay, here you will upload. As we can see here, now we can just see two classes. What we will do if we have more classes, just type on the, click on the add class. Here we can go to upload the third one. As we see here, we already upload all the classes of image. Now just try to train the model. Just click on the train model to see. Okay, that's good. Now we can try to test this model using our testing part, which is, for example, this one, it's the first class, right? The same here. So should, when I upload the file here, should give me class one. So we will see the model work good or no. Okay, that's good. It gave me good prediction. Gave me its from first category of data. Let's try second one. Oh, you see here, this is model error. Why? If you go through the fifth class, maybe this image, it's not clear enough to predict. So what we can do here to back again to the data set to clean the image, maybe resolution is not good, quality is not good. So we need to delete this to avoid any misunderstanding from model. Let's try to upload one more to see. Maybe this one. Okay, this one it's worked good. Why? Because the model see this resolution, it's okay. But in general, it's very normal to get some error from model. No, uh, no way the model will give you 100% accuracy. So, but the error percentage should be acceptable. So the average of accuracy should be above 80%. If the model give us above 80% correct prediction, so this model is okay. So we can try to, this one, it's work okay. Why it's work okay? Because also here, we don't have enough images. So maybe the model, it's not confused or something like this. We can go through number 4. This one. Oh, you see this one, it's not work correctly. It gave me wrong prediction. It gave me this um, category of image. Let's try another one. This one also, it's not give me correct prediction. Let's try different type of data. Maybe this one. This one also, it's not correct. So now the problem where in this data set, it's not clean enough. We need to prepare this data set again. Here it's almost predict correctly, but still it's not good. Yeah. So as we can see here, we have problem here in this data set. Maybe the problem is we not get good sample of data, or we not split the data set correctly, or maybe this images it's not clear enough. Maybe it's lower, resolution is not good, quality is not good. So the model cannot classify this image. Let's try another one. We will see. This one, it's work okay, fine. This one's not work. It's give me wrong prediction. Let's try another image. Yeah. So we have a problem here. Okay. Actually, the problem here, it's number of data set. So the model, it's not trained enough. It's not get enough image to train. So it's give me wrong prediction. So first error should be, or first wrong prediction, the first reason should be preparation stage. We not prepare our data set correctly. Second one, maybe the number of data set, because the model need more image to train more to get good results. Okay, let's try another one. Here it's okay, it's 51%, it's from Number 6, so it's okay. We'll go through the other. Here, prediction, it's okay. No plastic. The last one. This one's easy because it's not similar with the other classes. So until now, it's clear enough. Anyone confused about this? Anyone not understand why we get error? It's normal to get error. As I mentioned, no model work 100% correctly. It will not happen. Now or later, it will not happen because it's live or real life data set, so it's not clear enough. And also, if the model give us 100% accuracy, maybe it's overfitting. It's not work correctly. It already saved the data set. If you try to test with other type of data set, it will not give you good accuracy. So we need to avoid two things: overfitting or less fitting. Okay? As I try now, can everyone just try to take any class of this image and test the model? Also share the screenshot on same slides. So the most two reasons why we need to use machine learning in our life. First one, time. It's fast to train the model. For sure, it's faster than just train this to human. He cannot train all this image in one time. Second one, it's accuracy of output. Why? Because the model, it's already saved this data set in the memory. So we can use this model now or later. It will give us same result. On the other side, if we do this with human, maybe he's forgot something like this. So the machine learning, it's fast processing and good accuracy of prediction. This is the main two reasons why the machine learning is so trendy now, why many companies try to go through machine learning and apply machine learning model in their systems. Also, if you just know the updates, ChatGPT is using machine learning model in part of the system, but the main system it's using deep learning. Why deep learning? As I mentioned at beginning of this session, the deep learning it's used for complex problem to processing complex data set, huge number of data set. So for for example, in Facebook, the Facebook using some algorithm, some show to the users the interest, ads, maybe videos, maybe posts, something like this. So here they need to use deep learning, not machine learning. Why? Because in Facebook, we all use Facebook. It's huge data set. It's also updated data set. It's updated day by day. So we cannot use machine learning. We can use machine learning in just part of this system, but the main system they use deep learning algorithms to process all this data set in short time. It's clear until now? Anything have any questions? The benefit of machine learning in our life. So what's the benefit of machine learning in our earth or in the land? Can anyone share benefit of this? Like how we can use machine learning to save the land? That's great. So we can use machine learning to recognize the recycling item, and also we can use it to get, uh, for example, power from sun. It's clean energy, right? So we can use AI for this. Also, we can use AI to stop using plastic to save the water, for example, to save maybe fish or the the animal living in the water, right? Okay, so as Google developed this tool, which is teachable machine, they also develop many tools, as Noor mentioned of beginning of session. For example, Google Doc, Slides, Google Form. Um, Also, they have data set search engine. Also, they have the Drive. So we can use this tools to do what? For for sure, the Google dataset search, we search about the data set we will use in the learning, because machine learning without data, it's nothing. It's not. It will not work. The main part of machine learning or deep learning or AI in general, which is data. If we don't have data, we cannot use machine learning. Okay. So first tool we can use it, dataset search, developed by Google. Second one, it's Drive. Why? To upload our data set, our model, to share our model with our supervisor, friends, our team, and so on. It's better to upload it into our desktop because it's take time. Also, it will not be, it will not able to share it later. Third tool, which is Google Doc, we can put our objective, our mission for this project, for our project. And also, we can put our problem statement, our questions we need to answer from the results. Also, we can use Google Slides to make some PowerPoint for presentation, to present our model, to show the people this. I choose this model. I put the images here. This is the output. This is the model accuracy. So the model now it's work. Okay, we can use all these tools for our models to help us to develop the machine learning model. So for now, no need to have programming experience or technical experience to create the machine learning model. You can create it just using drag and drop tools and ready-made tool. No need to have any programming experience. Okay, understood. Everything is clear already. This was the object of the project, what we did now, which is AI-based waste management system uh, using machine learning algorithms. So this is the objective, to develop AI-based waste management system that can help address the issue of waste management in school or local communities. Okay, for sure, the problem statement is now the usage of plastic it's very high, so we need to reduce this number of users. They use plastic and help us or help them to use non-plastic tools to save the land for sure. Okay, here, this is the step what I mentioned before to build machine learning in general. First, you need to search for data set online. Okay, you can use Kaggle, this one, or we can use Google search. Many times when you search here, you will find Kaggle results because Kaggle, it's the most website have data sets. Okay, here, after you need to find the data set, you need to prepare your data set. As we do here, we found some error in this prediction. So I see this image, it's not clear enough, so I will maybe remove it, something like this. So this stage called preparation. We prepare our data set for next step, which is splitting. We need to split the data set as we do here. We split the data set into test and train. The percentage, the default percentage, it's 80% or 20%. But for small data set, maybe the percentage, it will not affect. This, we can apply this for a huge data set, maybe more than 10,000. We can use 80% and 20%. But for small data, we can just take it random, just, it's okay. After you split the data set, you need to choose the model. Actually, here, this model, it's classification. Okay, I have a questions here. The classification, it's supervised or unsupervised learning. Anyone know? Yes, it's supervised or unsupervised, the classification model. Supervised, can you repeat the question? Okay, the classification model, it's supervised learning or unsupervised learning. We mentioned in the beginning, we have three types of learning or machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So the classification, in which part or which type? Supervised. Okay. Anyone else? Supervised as we. Okay. Yes, correct. It's supervised. Why it's supervised? Yes. As you mentioned here, it's label data. We already know the data. For example, here I know this one, just recycling one time or use one time. This one it's two. So this is the label. Any data set is labeled, so it's supervised learning. It's classification. Okay. Here we need to input or load or upload the data set into teachable machine. This one, what we do here, it's upload, right? Then you need to train the model. Just click on the train here to train the model. After you train the model, you can evaluate your model using testing data set, which we split it into third stage. After this, if you want to deploy the model into web page, website, mobile app, you have your choice. So this one, I add, it's optional. It's not necessary to do it, but this 7 stage, it's necessary to do it. Okay? Everything is okay? Okay. That's oh, that's okay. Let's see. the slides, we will recap how we can build model using teachable machine. First, you need to choose which project we will use. For example, now we use just image project. After you click on the image project, you will see, let me create new project just to recap. After you click on the image, you will see this screen. We have here the input and the label of this data. After you upload, you need to put the label. For example, if I will upload some kids image, so the label will be kids. Okay. After you upload the data set, you need to put the label. After you put the label, you go through training. The training stage, the duration of training, it's based on the data set size. Okay. If our data set it's large, so maybe the training will take time. Maybe we will face some error on the training. But usually, because this is a ready-made tool, so usually it just take maximum 2 minutes to train a model. And this is very good. It's very useful tool to use it, because if you want to do same step using scripting programming like Python or R or Java, C++, any programming language, maybe this training can take almost 12 hours. Okay. After you finish that training, now it's time for testing. If you see here, okay, here we test the model using testing data set, and we get accurate result. Okay. After you finish the testing and you find the model it's work okay, you can do the deployment stage, or just stop here and download your model. You can later you can use it into website, mobile application, any platform you want. It's clear. So we just need to recap the stages of machine learning to just mention some points. First, you need to find good data set. The data set, we have many type of data set. We have text data set like tables. We have, yes, correct. Yeah. We have test text uh, data set, this type of data set. We have images, we have audio, we have videos, we have live data set like webcam. This is data set. And also we have number, or for example, the data analysis. So we analyze some numbers to get answer at the end of analysis, correct? So the first stage, it's very important to find good data set, fit data set for our problem statement. For example, now I want to develop machine learning to help uh, maybe kids to learn alphabet. So I need to find data set fit for this problem statement. And I need to go through this data set. Yeah, it's okay. It will help me to solve my problem statement. So I go through second stage, which is preparation. So I cannot jump from 0 to stage number 2. Cannot. I need to take it step by step. And I need to give each step the time, a correct time. Maybe the first two steps, which is collecting data set and preparation, it takes the most of time of the project. Why? Because it's very important. Each step it's building from previous step. If I have not good data set, I cannot go through preparation. Why? Because the data set it's it's not good for my title or my topic or my problem statement and so on. Okay, after I found good data set, I need to do the preparation. The preparation, we can do many things in the preparation. Okay, we can delete the outlier. What's meaning of outlier? Anyone know what's meaning of outlier in the data set? Don't know. Okay, what's outlier? For example, I have data set for dog images, and suddenly I found a rabbit image inside the dog folder or dog file. So this is outlier. Why? Because this folder for dog's image. So this rabbit image, it's outlier from this file. So first step in the preparation, we can delete the outlier. Okay. And remember this, we can delete the outlier because we will back on this stage again. Okay. We can just clean the data set. If we have some images with bad quality or bad resolution, we can delete it. Or we can solve this using uh, image quality tools. Okay. Third technique, we can use it in preparation. It's called feature engineering. What's feature engineering? Feature engineering. You remember the outlier? We can just collect this outlier, and from this outlier, we can get new data set. Okay. For example, I have clustering, yes, correct. For example, I have some data set for housing rent in New York, and the average rent it's maybe 10K US dollar. And I found one house, the rent it's 100K. So this is outlier, right? But we can use this outlier later to know why this rent it's so high. Maybe because the view, maybe it's near from the uh, downtown, maybe the size of apartment, and so on. So we not always delete the outlier. We can just ignore it in the first stage or first technique in the preparation. And after this, we can look to this outlier, how we can extract new feature from this outlier. Understood? So we can say the image not match with the sequence of the images, right? Yes, correct. Okay, now what's the definition of feature engineering? What's meaning of feature engineering? I mentioned in the feature engineering, we try to extract new feature collection of outlier to train machine. Yes. Correct. It's a very good definition. Anyone else want to give us definition of feature engineering? Okay. For now, I want to ask what the name? Bushra. Bushra Yusuf. Can you unmute your mic? You cannot use your mic for now. Yeah, I just asked you to unmute your mic.
Uh,
Hello?
Hello,
Yes,
can you hear
hello.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
I
good,
want you
perfect.
just
Uh,
give me the step how we can build machine learning model. We already mentioned 7 steps. So you remember these steps? Can you just give me just one by one?
Yeah, the collection of good data,
Mhm.
and then the removal or the identification of outliers,
Mhm.
feature engineering, and then actually, I'm sorry, I'm from Pakistan, and it was here around 9:30, and I was in the way to my office when I
Oh, it's
was
okay.
listening these things. So I
Okay.
got the connectivity issue.
Okay.
So the feature engineering, and then what I have practiced from the machine learning, you have done the activity. We can upload or the train upload the data for machine learning and train the machine, and then we test the machine.
So the first step is collect the data set. Second one is preparation stage, right?
Yes.
Which include outliers, feature engineering, and so on.
Yeah.
After this, splitting the data set, correct?
After, sorry.
After the preparation stage, we go to splitting stage, right? To split the data set
Yes.
into training
Splitting.
and
Yes.
testing.
We made the classes. Yes.
Yes, yes. Then we need to train, then testing,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
okay, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. Anyone else want to participate here? Just give us maybe new keywords of this stage. The stage, it will be same, but maybe give us new keywords or something like this. Anyone want? Any volunteer here?
I think you had on point 7 and 8. So you
Yeah.
had one which was, well, I have the slide in front of me. So it said evaluate the prop model using the leading data sets. And then the
Correct.
last one that is missing is the deploy the model. So you mentioned that we can either keep the link and insert it in a web page, or just download it and save it in a PowerPoint presentation.
Correct. So the deployment, it's just optional stage. We can go through it or just stop on the stage number 7. This one. the, yeah, this one. So first, it's collect data set, then preparation, splitting, training. Before training, we need to choose the machine learning, but in teachable machine, we only have classification model. So this one, we can just ignore it in teachable machine. But if after this, we will use traditional machine learning because we will have more than one model. So the stage number 4 will be choose the correct model, which is classification, regression, clustering, and so on. After this, you need to upload the data set, then start training. After training, it's done. You need to evaluate, which is testing stage. Okay, it's clear? Okay. So until now, anyone have any questions about machine learning, teachable machine, anything we discussed? Because after break, we will have 1 hour break. After break, we will go through another kind of projects using teachable machine as well. So before I break, anyone have any questions about this tool, machine learning in general, anything? Okay. Yeah, we still have 10 minutes before the break. Yeah. Thank you, Nina. Thank you. Thank you, Bushra. So for now, I just want you think about, because at the end of this session, I will ask you to do your own project. So for now, just try to find your problem statement to find good data sets. Because before we search for data set, we need to find the title or topic or the problem statement. After we get the problem statement, we can go through collect the data set. So in the collecting, we can use Kaggle or Google dataset search. Okay. So for now, just think what's topic or what the title, the problem statement, you want to do it in your project. Just give me brief of problem statement. Okay, it's a very good question. What if we don't find data sets or don't find good data set? To don't find data set in general, it's very hard. Maybe you can don't find good data set. So if you don't find good data set, you can just focus on preparation stage and make this data set fit with your problem statement. Okay, in the worst case, if I can't find any data set for my problem statement, I can collect my own data set. For sure, this will take long time, but it's option. We can do it. But as I mentioned, it's very hard to cannot find data set because now everything and or any website collect data set from users. So it's we have enough number of data set. But if you cannot find data set, you can collect your data set using Google Form. You can just create Google Form. It's very easy tool to create form and collect the data. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Now we can just try to uh, here in this model, we can download it. For example, I will click on the export model and click on the download my model. I will download here. I can take it, cat. Okay, I put it here. This one, I can extract this one. So now what I can do, I can open this again. From here, we can use model. And as you can see here, now they developing more models because now they only have 3 models. The first one it's image, audio, and this it's live model. So they can use webcam and movement, live movement. What happened here? We cannot open our download model. Maybe it's error or something. Let me try. Should be work here. Maybe it's error now, but anyway, after you finish the testing, you can download your model and use it again by using this option, which is open, not new project. Okay. Let's go to audio to see what's different. Actually, the interface will be same. Okay, here. The interface is same. It's also classes here, and you need to upload the audio. Here it's not image, here it's audio. So you need to upload this data set, the audio data set. The between here and image, here we have mic option, here we have webcam, because this one it's image, this one it's audio. So after you upload your audio, you just need to give class for each class of this audio. Then you need to start training and testing. It will be same. Also, you have 2 options, which is webcam or file. Here, as you can see, this one it's default. We cannot edit. Here we can edit this class name into any class. Okay. And in each class in audio, we have 8 minimum of audio. In images, we don't have a minimum number of image. We can upload 10, 20, 25, 30, it's okay. But in audio, we have minimum, which is 8. Okay? Okay. Yes, you need to come out with your problem statement. Okay, so we will stop here. For the recording, I will, yeah, okay. So it will share after session. So welcome back, everyone. As we discussed before the break, we do some activities in the project, and we do project for the AI waste management system. So now we will go through part two on the session, which is um, save life on the land and weather. As usual, I upload the data set on the drive, and I will share with you now the, the link for data set. Okay, so this data set, it's talk about different kinds or different type of flowers. So I just ask you to download the data set and be ready to do our second model, which is will be classify the different type of flowers. Anyone already download the data set? Just raise your hand. Yeah, we need first to split it into training and testing. Then we will upload it in categories. So everyone already download the data set. We can proceed to next step. Okay. Okay. Good job. Let me share my screen. Okay. So the data set now, it's something like this: test and train. Okay. You can now just ignore the valid one. Valid, it's same with testing, but it's for like second or last testing. But for now, just focus on the training and testing. So as usual, can we go to teachable machine, start new project? You can just close this. Okay, and choose image standard. Okay, now we need to upload our data set. We have here 8 categories. So we need to upload this category here. Upload and rename the class. Okay, we will do it. Then we can proceed to next stage. Let's go. Okay. As we see here, I already upload all the train data set. So everyone already do this stage. If you do this one, can you raise your hand to see? Okay, who's else? Shra. Okay. Anyone else?
So now we should pick randomly from the test folder to test the model, should we?
You already trained the model?
Yes.
Okay. Now, yes, you can just upload it randomly from the test folder, yeah, and see the result. You can upload your result in this slides number 3 here. Okay. So for now, I want to ask you, can we come out with problem statement for this project? What the problem statement for this project? You can just type on chat, or if you want to unmute and discuss with me. Anyone? What the objective of this project? Why we can do this type of project? Okay. What about the classification uh, flowers? What the problem statement for this project? Yes. Let me ask in the other way, like how this project can help us to save the land. Yes, correct. Mhm. Okay. What else? Yes. This kind of project also can help us to know the plant or flower already have small number afterwards, so we can save it. Yes, correct, correct. Okay, that's great. Yes, correct. So all this kind of projects, like this project or the previous one, help us to know more about the land, know more about our uh, our life, and it's help us to save this. For now, we will go through the last challenge, which is weather one. So yeah, I still upload the data set on the drive to share with you the link of the data set. So until it's upload, can you just come out with the, yes, correct. Yeah, this one, correct. So until I upload the data set on the drive, can you come out with problem statement for last challenge? Link for the data set. So you just need to click on the link and download the data set. I will show you how we can download data set from Kaggle. Okay, from here, you just need to click download from here. It will take time because it's large data set, but take your time because this one will be our last data set for last challenge. So maybe I just do this more tricky, and yeah, it will take some times because it's have some tricks here. Okay, so you just now download your data set. After you download, just raise your hand, start the next step.
So do we need to get registered before downloading this database?
In Kaggle,
Yeah.
I don't know, you can download the data set if you don't have account or no, but if should you have account, just register with your maybe Google account or something like this.
Okay.
Okay, as we can see here, I already finished the training. It takes time with me. So this one, yeah, it's accurate. It's good. So we can go through the second one, Foxmon. We will see. It's okay. Good. Until now, the model, it's very good. We not go one by one. We can just take random. Brain test this one. Yeah, it's okay. Oh yes, the model, it's work okay. It's normal to take time more than the other activities because here we have more data set and we have 12 classes. In each class, we have more than 600 image, so it's normal. I just put this activity to know, to give you the experience how we can do work with a huge number of data. This not count as a huge number, but at least it's more than the last two activities. So everything is clear until now? Okay. Anyone have any questions about what we did until now? Until now, we finished already 3 activities. Everything is clear. Okay. Okay, no question. Okay. So for now, I will pass to Noor. She will explain to you some about the workbook and how you need to submit your work and how to fill the feedback form. So I will pass now to Noor. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mahmoud. Okay, hi, everyone. Okay, so now we have a little task for everyone, which is you guys already have gone through the training regarding the teachable machine. So by this time, I think that you guys have a better understanding on how to use this teachable machine. And now we have to back to the challenges that Bett Asia and also Google have provided to us that we need to cater, which is life on land, life below water, and also climate action. So now what we would like you to do is, okay, I will send back the digital workbook link so that you guys can take a look for those who haven't made a copy of their own digital workbook. All right, so I already sent you the link, and now I will share my screen on how do you make a copy of your own digital workbook, okay? All right, so as you can see here inside this digital workbook, there's few tabs on your on your left top, and here file, you can make a copy and copy your entire presentation. All right, and then after you copy, please put your name to so that we know who's the owner of this digital workbook, okay? All right, so here, this is the topic that I want you to change, which is choose your own challenges. Let's see, we want to do my workbook. I would like to use climate action. So just select the text and then you can simply change the topics here. All right, and then you will have to you will have to come out your with your own problem statement based on the topics that you have chosen. Okay, let's say here I want to do climate action, and then the topic that I would like to do is the project that I would like to do is to detect sound pollution around environmental sound pollution. So based on that topic, I will have to come out with the problem statement, which is I have to write it here. At least two problem statement that I will have to write in the text box here. And then after after you come up with the problem statement, you will have to define the problem, which means you have what does this problem do to the environmental, the surrounding environmental, and then also how can we cater or how can we overcome this problem. All right. So far, do you have any question? All right, so there's no question on the chat box, so I will continue, okay? All right, next, after we have already came up with we have defined the problem, next we are going to ideation the problems, which is I want you to come up with this simple project based on the data set that you already you will given time to find the data set that is suitable for you to use and to work on your on the chosen project that you have chosen and later, and then came up with the ideation on how you going to run your project. Here you put maybe you can put your data set or the Google the link for your data set, and then how's the idea of the project that you are going to do, and then what is your expected outcome in this side. Okay, and then conclusion, you may do a little conclusion about your project later on. So that is all for the project that this little project that you are going to do now, and you will be given 1 hour to complete this little project based on the challenges, the 3 challenges that the Google provide to us. Okay. Are you guys clear on that? Do you guys have any question? Also, we are required to do this workbook because at the end of the session, you will be given a Google form to send your workbook for our end, and then we will ask you to fill in the Google form based on giving us the feedback throughout this session. So if you guys don't have any question, you may start working on the project, find the suitable data set, and then came up with a little project that you will do based on the challenges that you have chosen.
This project should be based on teachable machine.
Yes, teachable machine. You can also use either you want to explore using image or audio or the thing is posture, if I'm not mistaken. It's totally fine with you. And yeah, basically you will have 1 hour to complete this whole project. Yes.
So far we have practiced to set the data set and train the machine and test the machine, but how we will apply this all thing to solve a problem? Yes, that's a question, and obviously we will work through the workbook. Then like you people have given us an example of solid waste management. We have identified a data set. We have used the data set to recognize the machine for different type of signs we can use in solid waste management. But how that learning or how that application can be used to solve the problem, yeah, or the problem statement we have created so far. The link is missing, I guess. I need some more explanation, maybe.
All right. Okay. So here on the digital workbook, there's a brainstorming session that we have done earlier, which is we asked you to came up with the problem statement based on the pictures on the digital workbook, right? And then here there are a few output from you guys, which is plastic waste, biodegradable waste, unsegregated, and so on. So based on this problem statement, I would like you to come up with how do you want to cater these challenges. So far, do you understand?
So we don't need to work on this problem. Now we need to make a problem statement for solid waste management.
You have to come out the problem statement based on the challenges that provide.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Sorry.
But I am just asking that the
Mm-hmm.
practice we have done so far about the
Mm-hmm.
solid waste management,
Mm-hmm.
how it can that learning at the machine learning can be used for to solve the problem. How
Uh,
that data we have entered in the machine learning can be used to solve this problem.
all right. Actually, the problem is the problems that you have to come out. I mean, the problem statement that you have to come out is basically on the challenges that you choose, which is there's 3 challenges that were provided by Google, right? Which is climate action, life below water, and life on land, right? Okay, so what I want you to do is you have to choose in between these 3 challenges and then find the issue that relates to these 3 challenges, and then came up with their own project, which is a problem statement, define the problem, and your ideation on how you
Yes.
tackle this
Yes.
project.
Yes.
Okay. So far, are you clear on that? Do you need? Yes, Ali.
I have the same question as Bushra.
Okay.
Like for example, in the challenge of climate action, how are we
Mm-hmm.
going to use the machine learning training that we had today if
Mm-hmm.
the output that you require of us is an action campaign?
Yes, actually, the question is more about if you see the workbook you have just
Mm-hmm.
shared, about
Mm-hmm.
your final solution. We know that we can create a problem statement. We have practiced to teachable machine and we can enter the data. But how we will use that data and the machine learning to solve that problem?
Okay. Can I answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. After we finish the testing stage, you remember I said the last stage will be deployment stage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned it's optional. Why? Because after you finish the machine learning model, you can download this model and use it later to create your website or web page to solve the problem statement. But actually, the session today, it's
Yes.
focused on how to build the machine learning model, not how
Yes.
to deploy the machine learning model. Because to deploy machine learning model, you need to download this model, then
Mm.
you need to have a coding background to
Yes.
deploy this model inside website or mobile application, whatever which device you will use.
Okay. So we
I
can
answered?
just propose that, yes, it's now clear that in our final solution, we can propose that we can make a website or an application to use this all learning. We don't have to create that whole thing, but we can propose the solution.
Actually, your outcome for today is just should be like the screenshot how you post now for the
Yes.
testing. You just show us how the model work and what the accuracy. It's accurate or no. That's it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's clear now.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
All right, thank you, Mahmoud. Okay, so far, anyone else? Before we are going to start the timing on the project that you are going to do. All right. So I think there's no more question. You guys can start work on the project based on the challenges that Google have provided to us. And later, when the time is almost up, I will upload the on the chat box about the Google form that you are going to send your Google workbook, digital workbook. Okay. All right. So me and Mahmoud will always be standby here. If you guys have any question, you guys can just raise up your hand or can just unmute your mic, or you can just drop the question on the chat box. So me and Mahmoud will always be here to assist you guys, okay? All right. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Noor.
Okay. All right. So the 10 minutes extra time is already up. So don't worry if you didn't manage to finish up your project. You can still send your project through this Google Form link. Okay, now what I want to say here is basically we want you to be familiar on how to use Google Slide. Later on, you are required to give some overview about your project later on. So this digital workbook is some sort of an idea for you to work on for your project later on. And also, I would like to give you some link for the template that you may want to use in designing your Google Slides. All right, so here, let's go. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here, this is the templates that you can use later on if you want to have a better template or more interactive templates that you can use to explain more about your projects according to your chosen challenges later. And let me know if you want this link and I can drop it on the chat box. If not, you can use your own link that your own preferred website that has some sort of templates that you can use for your project later on. Okay. All right. So next is the Google tools that you always use is the teachable machine, which is the main Google tools that we are going to use for the project. So so far, do you have any question about the teachable machine and also the Google Slides? All right, so I bet there is no other question. Now we can proceed with the next session, which is Kahoot quiz. So Mahmoud, do you want to share your screen or you want to give the link?
I will send you the link now.
All right, so basically we have prepared you the quiz for the better understanding about the teachable machine. Mahmoud will drop the link on the chat box and you can answer the quiz. We would like to encourage everyone to enter the quiz, okay?
Let's start the game. Great. We have 6 responses. Correct. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Nice. Why? Why it's true? We just mentioned the benefit of teachable machine. It's not require any programming skill, right? We haven't typed any code, or we just drag and drop the image and train
Actually, it took first two questions for me to understand. I am using Kahoot first time, and I was on the screen where only the four shapes were there, and I don't know what to do. Then I came back and said, "Oh, question is there." So I'm sorry for
it's
that.
okay. It's okay. So teachable machine, no need any coding skill. Okay, that's nice. Correct. It's video. We don't have teachable machine not support video model. Okay, correct. Yeah, it's Google form. It's correct. Why? Okay. Yeah, teachable machine. It's provided by Google, and it's free tool. We haven't paid anything to use it, right? So yes, teachable machine is free tool provided by Google. Wow, that's correct. Yeah, false. Because we can use also regression or um, clustering. It depends on our data set. So yes, it's false. Well, okay. And not. We need internet connection to use teachable machine. Yes, the training time, it depends on the complexity model. Yes. Last, last question, last one, true or false? Yes, true. Let's see. Number 3, Ramoniti. Okay, who's number 1? Okay, okay, good job. I think now you all understand teachable machine better. Um, so now, after we go through teachable machine and we try 3 different models, uh, you can just improve your skill by try to collect data set from any platform like Google or something like this. Then you can try to build a model. Then you see the result. Then go again to if you not get a good result, you go back to preparation stage again. So this one, this steps will make you understand teachable machine better and understand machine learning in general. So I think that's all for me now. Yeah, you have a question, Bushra.
Yeah, how we can use text to in the teachable machine, text data
Uh,
set, like the Excel sheet.
yes,
I
can.
couldn't find an option there.
Yes. Let me show you.
Can't hear you. Please unmute your mic.
I have a problem now in teachable machine because I train another model, so it will take time to review. For text data set, try to upload. If you see, you know what's CSV, the extract for file CSV. Let me show you the text data set, how it's.
Yeah, because I have created a problem statement and everything, and then at the end, I downloaded the data set in Excel sheet, and I couldn't find any option to transfer it on teachable machine. So I just went back and changed the statement and tried to make it image based, etc. Because I couldn't find the option of text analysis in teachable machine, and that's why they I got the wrong answer in the quiz as well. So I just want to learn that if it was uh, possible, then how we can do this.
Okay. Do you mean text file like this?
Like an Excel sheet having data.
You see my
Because
screen?
in Kig, I can see your screen, but nothing is there.
Really? I think I share my screen. Now you can see.
I can see the screen of this
You cannot
meeting.
see this one, the Excel one.
No.
Cannot.
Oh, let me share my screen and
Okay.
get the idea. Yes, here we go. So, can you see it?
Yeah. Now I can.
So,
I can see. Yes.
I just collected this data set. I just wanted to create an application to for a carbon footprint calculator. So I got this data set from the Kaggle that every equipment or the stage device used in the household, how much carbon footprint it has. I just wanted this data to be used in teachable machine and develop something, but I couldn't.
Okay. So actually, this type of data, it's not allowed in teachable. What's the meaning of this is all string data set. Okay.
Okay.
So this one cannot use it in teachable machine. What we can use in text, we can
Yes.
predict text from image. You got my point.
Okay. So labeling of the image was referred as
Yes,
text.
actually this. Yeah,
Okay.
but you cannot upload Excel sheet or CSV file. Cannot,
Yeah.
because teachable machine just work on images.
Okay.
Okay.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for clarification.
Thank you. Correct. So for now, anyone have any question? Anything to ask? Okay. If no one have anything to ask, I have one question. Before you attend the session, I think most of you don't know anything about machine learning or just maybe know a little bit. So now, what do you think? What the hard part we discussed today? Do you think machine learning it's too hard to learn or it's easy? Uh, yeah, I want to know your opinion. So can you just raise your hand or unmute your mic? Yeah, yes, Bushra, you can unmute.
Yeah. Thank you. Actually, it was very informative and interesting session for me. Last week, I have done a course on LinkedIn about generative AI and the basic of machine learning. They have discussed in the video about how we train the machine and how we test. And today, I have just practiced all the things I just have listened on that day. So it was a very informative and helpful session for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So do you think machine learning it's hard or it's okay?
No, I think now with these teachable machine and these kind of things, even like a person, me, who has no background of programming and computing, I'm from chemistry field, so it was very easy for me to understand the things. It become very easy for a layman person, especially with teachable machine. I really appreciate this tool.
Hmm. Actually, this is the goal of teachable machine. So, okay. Thank you, Bushra. Now we go to Ali. Hello.
Yeah. I find
Yes.
the teachable machine to be very useful, and actually, I'm very interested in learning more about machine learning because this is something new to me, and I have no background of programming or coding. And I think this could be very useful for us, especially we are a school who is still trying to establish our ICT tech program. So I hope there will be more workshops.
Yeah, I hope to. Anyone else? Yeah, I know you're already tired. We only have 10 minutes to go. So, anyone have anything else to say? Any improvement you want to see in the future? Anything you haven't get it in the session? Give us some feedback.
Uh, Hi, I'm Nidhi.
Yes. Hello.
I actually could not attend the entire session today, and I think I missed
Haven't
something very
attended
good.
the session.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes, you
you.
are audible.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm saying that I couldn't attend today's session completely because it was a working day and I had to, be in the school. And what I saw in parts, I feel that I missed something really good. And I'm hoping that I will be able to, understand through the recording that you will be sharing with all of us. And I'm also hoping that I will be able to, not only understand but make my students also, ready for the challenge that is coming ahead. I mean, I did not attend. That is why I'm a little worried. Yeah, that's what I
I
wanted to
think
say.
no worries. No worries. Now I will share the QR code for the slides. You can download it. You can read. Also, I think the team will share with you the recording session, so you can go to the recording session. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ali.
Just a question. Regarding the
Yes.
contest, are we required to create our own model, or are we just going to plan the project?
Yes. Correct. Hello.
So which one of it?
Your voice is a little bit breakable. Can you just repeat again?
My question is, are we required to create and execute our own model, or are we just going to plan a project? Are we required to make a deployable model?
Actually, no. you can just stop until the testing part. Same what we did in the activity today. Because in the deployment part, as I mentioned, they need go deep more about coding and something like this. Because teachable machine, it's provide the like the model code for deployment, but it will not provide the deployment stage. That's why we take this model and we use JavaScript, Python, whatever the programming language to deploy the model. So you require just to get the problem statement based on the challenges, then come out with the model. Stop until testing stage. Okay,
All right, thanks.
thank you. Yes. Yeah, someone raise a hand. Yes. Heather, I then can unmute.
Hello, Mamon.
Hello. Yes.
Okay, so we just want to actually we are together with some of my co-teachers here in we are from the Philippines and we really had fun taking this workshop and we are looking forward to learn more about the other teachable machine, the rest of the teachable machine. So thank you for your inputs together with also with
Thank
the
you.
team.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Anyone
I
else?
I
Yes.
would like to add one suggestion with a lot of compliments that you people have done a great job. It was a very long session, but very informative and engaging that we were with you from start till the end. And it was a journey of learning actually, and thank you so much. But one suggestion I would like to share that uh,
Sure.
if during the introductory session you can ask the participant to download the dataset beforehand so that they can have the dataset downloaded in their computers when they came here for the session, because it took a long time for the dataset to download and then upload. So you can save the time of downloading by letting the participant know that they should download it beforehand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate this. Uh, Anyone else? So at the end of session, my voice is clear. Hello. My voice is clear. Okay. Okay. At the end of session, I want to thank you everyone for attending today. Uh, the you done a great work. Also, I want to thank you, my team, Noor and Nina. Uh, so now I will pass to Noor to end the session. And thank you, everyone. At the end of session, I can't share it now. The QR, you can just scan it for slides. Let me share my screen for, yeah, this one. You can just scan this QR code to get our slides. So once again, thank you everyone for participate today.